I've seen a lot of people make the mistake of electronically filing an I-130 when the immigrant applicant is actually eligible to adjust status inside the United States. So different forms on the USCIS website can be filed in different ways. The I-130 can be filed electronically, or a paper version of it can be submitted to USCIS. Same thing for the I-765, the work permit application. However, the most important application, the I-485, cannot be submitted electronically. So what do you do if you're trying to file the I-130 and I-485 together? If that's the situation, then you should not file the I-130 electronically. I've seen two different scenarios play out here. Someone files the I-130 electronically, waits for it to get approved, and then they file the I-485 application. This is a mistake. And the second situation is they file the I-130 electronically, and once they have the receipt notice, they print it out and they include it with the I-485, the green card application, which they file by paper. They mail it out. That's also a mistake. The first scenario, where you wait for the I-130 to get approved, is a massive waste of time because you have to wait for the I-130 to get approved. That could take a year or longer. Then you have to wait for the I-485 to get approved. When you refile that, that could take a year or longer as well. Meanwhile, you could have both of these applications pending simultaneously. It's called a concurrent filing, or in other words, a one-step adjustment of status. You don't have to do it in two separate steps. And in my opinion, it would be a huge mistake to do it in two separate steps. And the second situation I discussed is where you file the I-130 electronically, print out the receipt notice, and include it with the paper filed I-485 application. This, in my opinion, is also a mistake because when you do it like that, I've seen many situations where there are much longer processing delays on the I-485 application. I don't exactly understand why, but something in the USCIS system processes these two applications and petitions separately, and it ends up taking longer when they are not filed together in one package. So the correct way to file a one-step adjustment of status is to file all of the forms by paper and to mail them out. And that includes the I-130, I-130A, I-485, I-765, I-131, and I-864. And there might even be another I-864 if you need a joint sponsor or something. I would print all of these out and mail them to the address indicated on the I-485 application with all of the requirements, fees, documents, everything goes in one big package to the USCIS adjustment of status filing location. Now, just one quick thing I want to say. It is actually more expensive to file the paper version of the I-130. It's $675 versus the electronic version, which is $625. But that $50 difference is not worth the increased processing time you might experience from filing them separately. I've seen situations where people have done this and their cases are dragging out for like 3 years, and USCIS is just a black hole. They won't answer any questions. They just say, you know, the case is being actively reviewed and you can't get any information whatsoever. And sometimes the easiest thing to do after 3 years have passed is just refile everything in a one-step adjustment of status, and that ends up being the cheapest and fastest way to proceed. All right, guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. I just wanted to do this quick, tip video because I've seen a lot of people make this mistake, and we're expecting really dramatic processing time increases under the Trump administration. I don't want to see you do something that just shoots yourself in the foot and causes additional processing time delays. So if you like this video, subscribe to my channel. I try to put out several videos each week on family-based immigration, naturalization, and changes to Trump policy changes. If you need an immigration attorney to assist you as you proceed along your journey, be sure to schedule a consultation. I would love to speak with you about your case and possibly offer representation if we can help you. All right, guys, I'll see you next time for another video.